After the brief introduction to holistic inner science by Dr. Mehta and the evaluation form, so I understand that you all are a bit aware of what is really you are inside. And I hope that after going through this presentation and the whole day program, it will definitely change your inner self. Let's go further. That's me, never mind. We will try to understand, as Dr. Mehta has already explained, holistic science truly means to understand what is the science between the relative worldly life and our real perpetual being who we are inside. And if we really see today, we are going for holistic food, holistic medicine, holistic way of life. So we really want to know and understand what it really means. And the best of it is what? Within every one of us, at the core, we have this science working within us, but we are not aware of it. So it becomes our duty to throw some light on this so that we become aware of that great science that is working, which is common in all of us. Although outside we profess different belief, different religion, different nationality, different profession, so let us understand. And the understanding of science, it says that knowledge which is gained through experience. And very important is, it is a natural phenomenon. Science is a natural phenomenon because we all are natural beings. So when we understand that in a science which is working within us, it will be a great experience. And integral living, what we mean, wholesome living, so that we are always part of the whole. No, we are whole in ourselves. So let us experience that completeness, that fullness, and that absoluteness. It needs to be explored. And we say that, why should we really go for holistic science? Let us ask ourselves, do I live a normal life? Am I happy, cheerful, and content? It's like when I ask someone to take a photograph deeply, I'll give a big smile and might even say cheese several times. But then, where is the cheer from inside? With this knowledge of science, it will really open our cheerfulness, which is our nature, actually. What is the goal of my life? And why am I running around? What if I get any terminal illness? Is that very common today? Yes. Everybody is so much scared and worried that, oh God, I should not get into that. But what if you get into that? Then there are solutions which are given by the holistic science, and if we really understand that, it changes our perspective in life totally. And am I ready for every situation in my life? Many times I remember one of my friends saying that, oh God, now that I'm married, we should never part. We should remain together the way I love her. She said the way I love him. But it's like, it can happen. One of them has to pass away one day. But one who is prepared for that, then he is ready for that eventuality also. And we talk about mental baggage. Do we carry those baggage? Are we affected by all those things? And how can I achieve the best in my life? How to handle different situations, relations in life? Oh, people say, practice yoga, meditation, mindfulness, have a lot of gratitude. Now, unless I understand the purpose of my life, what really I am living, I cannot really have gratitude for what I have already got from people, from my parents, from my friends, from my teachers, from my relations. And do I have control over everything? Just imagine. Or I feel everything is in my control. These are some of the very important things. The behavior, whether it is in my hand, the way I speak, is it in my hand? And after all, who am I? So the other day, I asked someone, what is your name? You know what reply I got? I am David. When I asked someone's name, I expected answer as, my name is David. So here we need to understand the difference between my name is David and I am David. And when we really know who I am, then that aspect of mine, when I say I am David, will not be there. My name is David is correct. And what is this holistic living? We know that we have the inner self, which will be taken by the next session. We have the outer self, and we need balance between the inner and the outer one. We talk of self-realization, relative self and all that stuff, career, money, health, but then we need balance in every aspect of our life, whether at home, whether at work, whether I'm outside, whether I'm dealing with anyone, my boss, my superiors, my underhands, my employees. And I try to evaluate myself by finding that what is my intellectual quotient. People do have wonderful, high level of intellectual quotient, but they are very bad emotionally. The emotional quotients are extremely low. And talking about spiritual quotient, what normally people talk about that, it's a big question mark. So holistic science really brings balance in all these three, which really defines our health in totality. Sorry. Okay. We will try to highlight where really the problems arise, whether they are inside or outside. I go to a birthday party or a marriage or some ceremony, but if I am not received and welcomed nicely, I feel that what was the purpose of my coming? I feel bad. And if I was received and welcomed properly, with an applause, whether I was served, I was taken care properly or not, I feel happy. So where is that happiness, cause of that happiness? With my spouse, with my friends, there are always differences. What we need to understand here is the other person's viewpoint, what they believe, what they understand. And once we understand the other person's viewpoint, let's say when we are driving, do we follow the road or we drive and the road becomes there? No, we have to follow the road. We cannot change the road. What it means, the world is not going to change for me, but I will have to adjust with the world. And this is a very key aspect of holistic science. And it is highlighted in detail. We can go and evaluate our own life. I got a car with some great discount. And then I come to know that my friend who took after, say, 3 to 6 months after me, he got a better discount. Now, the same car which I was very proud of that I got with good price, I start feeling bad. See, these are some of the very common aspects. So we want to understand, I am happy or unhappy because of situation, someone, or me. And here it is revealed by the holistic science that I am wholly so responsible for myself. He is a very famous person, Mr. Emerson, and he has said that what lies before or behind us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. We are more concerned about what is surrounding us. And the moment we start looking within us, we start working positively, because whatever is what we are inside, what we come across outside. So inner effects are based on belief, opinions, and biggest of all, our weaknesses inside, especially pride, greed. And can we say that we are all freed from greed and pride? Everyone has this weakness. It is good to have for self-respect, but when it is in excess, it is a lot of problem. Our own attitude and beliefs are responsible for our disaster. Now, how are we supposed to handle these inner effects? Here, holistic science gives us a wonderful solution. So, we receive information from the five senses, and based on vision truly relates to our belief, what I believe. And if my beliefs are positive, then no matter what I come across, I can handle the situation very positively. So the holistic science opens our vision of positivity within us, and it helps us handle any situation of our life very positively. And that's how it reflects on our mind, our intellect that makes decision, our reflective consciousness which wanders around and give tangible information of situation, and our ego always top of the world, always want to claim that I did everything when I succeed, and when I fail, I look around for someone to blame. Don't we experience that? And now, our happiness, does it depend on outside? As Dr. Mehta has pointed out, in today's time, there are a lot of outside comforts, but with those outside comforts increasing and going to its peak, our inner happiness has drastically fallen down. So, too much of outside comforts are really not good for our inner health. And holistic science opens our inner vision, our inner sight, insight into ourselves. Whether it is that in sensual pleasure, we don't say that don't enjoy all this. If it is there, you will enjoy, but have that inner vision that this, when it begins, I'll be very happy. But everything that begins has an end. We don't want to see the end. But we eventually come across that end, and we're not very happy with it. This happiness, we keep comparing ourselves. Dr. Mehta speaks better than me. No, I speak better than him. And so many people. We all keep comparing with each other. And that is our biggest problem in life. So where is the comparison? When I know that his inside and my inside is the same through this holistic science, then outside comparison doesn't have any place at all. And competition. See, when I want to run my business, I will see that everybody is competing so that I earn my dollars. So we have to be very wise enough and understand these trick of the trade and free ourselves from all kind of competition. Now, how does the holistic inner science has this different understanding, the visions of life? We have so many shops around. I go to a mobile shop and try to get an iPhone. I go to a hardware shop. I go to HEB. I go to Walmart. But now many things are available almost everywhere. You go to pharmacy and you get pen, stationery. You get medicines, of course. So the holistic science says you open happiness shop, and it is there in your hands. Buy a simple inner decision. I want to help others. I don't want to hurt anyone through my speech, through my action, through my thoughts. And I want to give happiness to others. Just this inner decision will change your life totally. I need to have that obliging nature, helping nature. My inner willingness to help others, I get help from anywhere in the world. When I'm in need, I don't have to ask for happiness, I don't have to ask for any help, it just comes to me. Oh, you're looking for this? I'm there, I'll take care of that. This one. Every action of our mind, speech and body do affect us first. So it is said, the world is within me. One good holistic revelation is, whatever that goes on within me, I come across the world outside. So if things change within me, my world will change. So if my inner self is positive, I will see the world positive. Resolve not to hurt anyone using your mind, speech and body. So what we say that I don't want to hurt through that firm decision and conviction. When I'm very clear in that, then every time I end up committing that mistake, it will tinkle a bell inside and I will correct myself. That correction is very important. The way we drive on the road, we keep correcting and we stay within the lane, we follow the rules, we follow the speed, we follow the direction and we reach our destination. In the same way, when any suffering or anything, if it goes out from mind, speech and body of mine, it comes back to me for settlement. So if I take care that no one is hurt through my thought, speech and action, then nobody can do that to me. That's the law of nature. So I should learn. Holistic science tells us, opens our vision to look inside. Happiness, see, it's like when I'm really happy, my smile is like that. But when I'm relative, it's like when I'm comparing, then it is like that. And in between, it's like that. But when it is really, I just openly smile. That laughter is something totally different. So now, what is the purpose of my life? My immediate goal and overall, immediate goals we have professional goal, everyone has monetary goals, everyone thinks that, oh, today I saw this wonderful car and that also is my dream. Oh, this house is like a palace and it is in my dream. I don't know how many years it will take to build something similar for me. But you know the best part, what holistic science has revealed, it is a byproduct. It is a byproduct in the sense, if you take care of others, the nature takes care of you. The one who has big heart gets a big place to live. And one who has a very narrow-mindedness, shallow heart, he gets a small place to live. Think about it. The science of goal is what I decide, it happens. See, you all decided to come here, that's why you are here. There are many people who decided not to come here, they are not to be seen around. There are so many clothes in your wardrobe, you selected and that's how you have come with that. You have shoes, all different things. So what we decide, it happens. I wanted to be a doctor like my elder brother, but somehow I ended up deciding to become an engineer, so I'm an engineer. There's a lot of fact in it, truth in it. So now, how can I achieve that? So the first step towards it is, I use my mind, speech and body for others. Through obliging nature, I try to help others as much I can. At least if I cannot do physically, that inner intention is there that I want to help, no matter what. Then inner intent, that's what it counts. And main product and byproduct, when I take care of others the nature takes care of me. Further, when I know who I am really, then all the puzzles of my life get solved. I become free from bondage. You know the highest level of bondage what we come across? By opining this way or that way. He is good, he is bad. And that's how my opinion bothers me to deal with the other person. So when I see that the same insight is there within everyone, I deal with that person outside dramatically as needed, but in my heart I feel oneness. That feeling of oneness is very important, but that can come only when I know that the same thing which is there within me, the divine entity is there in everyone. Only that then the divinity can really be experienced. And that will open our permanent happiness, because then my belief of happiness changes. I will relish the outside worldly happiness, but with that inner insight and foresight that that's going to go. It's a temporary happiness. So when I enjoy any worldly happiness with that inner understanding that it's going to go, when it goes, I have no problem. Because whatever comes has to go. Whatever has come will go. And ultimate perpetual truth, you will come to know who we really are. What are our main hurdles of happiness? Our inner clashes only. When we have clashes inside, it will get reflected outside. So, if we have problems outside, then definitely it is reflection of what is inside. So instead of trying to resolve matters, solve problems outside, what we need is to handle and correct ourselves from inside. Human interaction, finding faults. When we know how the nature works, how the world works, then we will not find fault with others. We will never blame, we will never have conflict, we will never have lack of harmony. Instead, we will have harmony, positivity and love. Love relates to oneness. That's why we say we do like this, when we fold our hands like that. Holistic vision for daily living. How can we use the ideas, visions given by the holistic science? It says, if I have that inner decision to avoid clashes, no matter what, this is my decision, then I may come across tricky situations outside, but my inner decision will help me avoid the clash. The way we try to avoid any accident by all possible means, because somehow inside we have decided, I want to avoid accident. Everyone is correct by their viewpoint. Everyone is correct. The child is correct by his viewpoint, the elder is correct by his viewpoint, one who follows a particular religion is correct by his viewpoint. So everyone is correct wherever he or she is. But we need to understand that. We are just totally on the road, that's how we reach the destination. So same way, if we have this adjustment, key of adjustment, it's like the moment let's say now I decide I want to go back home or go back to our place, then can I start walking in a straight line? There's no way I can go and reach home in a straight line. I adjust, move around, follow the road, follow the direction, and that's how I reach my destination. So adjustment is the key for successful association wherever I am. And a wonderful revelation by holistic science is, we always try to find what qualities I have, others should also have. But today's time is such, we are like in a garden. In a garden there are all different species, different kind of plants, flowers, fruits. And if we see that every fruit, every flower has its place, has its role to play in the world, in the garden. The world is a wonderful garden. So if we come across cactus plant, I will not like to put in the front of my house, but I will put on the fence. But wonderful flowers, roses, I will put in front of my house. So this is where I will use the discretion and make use of individual with his qualities, understanding their qualities. Home can be a heaven on earth. So if we win our home, as the experience given by Shaila Mulji said, that she takes care of her home, and for her the world is wonderful because that's how her world is. So if we take care of our home, our world is taken care. So we don't have to run around and win the world, conquer the world, but if we have won the house, then we are done. Home with good mutual dealing, love, care and share, our life would be wonderful. What we need is our inner decision that I want to do like this, and it will happen. How the family dealing should be. A wonderful revelation again. It is said that husband should feel that I am my wife's wife. How would you like that? Oh, of course, the wives would always like that. Wives will always like that. But that is how you can win the heart of your wife. Though we are celibate, but we know how to deal with people around. And it is a wonderful revelation. We really have to understand what it means, and when we start practicing it, what we mean with right understanding, it will become part of our life. You really become good friends, best friends, and free from karmic bond. You will not have even opinions for each other, and mentally you will always be one. Kids, they are like glass, handled with care. We all experience that. You try to deal with them little harshly and they'll say bye-bye. They just wait for my 18 years, let me finish that, and I'll tell bye-bye. So don't let that happen. If you take care of them, see, just imagine, when they were small, you took care of them. When you grow old, you will need someone to take care of you. So if you have taken care of your children properly, they will take care of you. You don't have to go to the old man's house and take care like that. You won't like that. Everyone wants to be with their children. That's how our life is. And professional dealings, how can we manage that? Again, garden and our inner attitude, how we can deal with our subordinates, with our boss. So it will really help us. And with the holistic vision, holistic science, we see that divinity in all. So it's like seeing God in everyone. So it says that our workplace will become like a temple or a church. So how nice we feel when we go to temple or church, the same feeling we will have. Along with the competition and all that stuff, rivalry will be there, but at heart we will be totally at peace. Interconnected living, that love is very important, that oneness, that feeling of oneness is very important. We may talk of unconditional love, but with this understanding, we will definitely achieve that. So I am in everyone, everyone is in me, so there's no problem at all. What would be my self-interest? The world is our own echo. With this understanding, I will never fight anyone outside. It is a result of my projection. So if I change my projections now, the world will change for me. And holistic science gives us a wonderful idea about how you can change your projections. Dishonesty is the best foolishness. We know about honesty is the best policy. But the holistic science has revealed a wonderful thing. When you have double negative, it is surely positive. So it says, dishonesty is the best foolishness. So every time you try to be dishonest, you immediately come to know that it is the best foolishness I am doing in my life, so I would not like to do it. I will immediately change. Our mistakes are our boss. Nobody has any right to hurt you, but if you commit a mistake, Like we see the policeman following us, but when you know that you were within the limits of your speed, you won't worry. You know that he is not coming after me. Although he could be behind you, that is the thing. Forgiveness. Forgiveness, what it means, it's like we are human, so there is every possibility that we will commit mistake. And the best part is keep correcting yourself through forgiveness. So one who forgives the other person, even before the other person tells you to do anything, you have won the heart of the other person. How can I remain positive? Self and circumstances only. Here it's a wonderful revelation again. In this world there are only two things. The divinity which is there within us and circumstances outside. That's what the holistic science talk about, the relative worldly life living and the real perpetual self within. And see what is left and what is lost. In the sense, people say that when they want to talk, they say, what do you see? And they say, this bottle is half filled. So my happiness also goes down. But when I say it is, people say it is half empty and my feelings go down. But when you say it is half full, my feeling becomes positive. So it depends how you look at things. Difficulties are vitamin for self. What it means, just imagine. Does success teach you more or failure teaches us more?
Failure.
We are all afraid of failure. That doesn't mean we invite failures, but if we ever fail, we should take in our mind very positively that nature has given me a wonderful opportunity so that I never commit this mistake again. That's it. The scientist, Mr. A.M. Patel, he came across a fracture in his thigh when he was, I think so, about 76, 77 years old. And people would come and try to pacify him, you must be in pain and all that. See, he responded very positively. I met with an accident, but since then, from that moment itself, it has started healing. And that's the best part. We are not tired of traveling as train is moving. What it means, normally what people say, you came from India, 22 hours of journey, you must be very tired. As if I flew the plane, it's like I did everything. I was sleeping, I was eating, I was enjoying. How should I feel? I should never feel tired. And of all the things, you must be having jet lag. I say the jet has the lag, but I don't have that. The reason, a wonderful adjustment, what our master has also taught us, wherever you are, you follow the time there. You will never have any problem. Just an example, very recently, a week back, someone came from India and he did not follow the timing over here. So he says, from the time he has come, I see him sleeping all the time. And now 3 or 4 days are over and he's still sleeping. It is very important. You follow the time and it will happen. Our great scientist of the millennium, he said, there lies opportunity in every difficulty. I am thankful to all those who said me no because of whom I did myself. It's a wonderful thing to see things very positively. How can I become positive during illness and sad events? Illness is a reparative process. In a sense, whatever mistake what we had committed, it is trying to repair us. And really it does that. So if we have this attitude, we will not feel bad about it. Try to make use of the medicines around and it will do good. Distinguish between the sufferer and the pure self. One who knows the suffering, then he will be free from suffering. do not incur a double loss. What it means, I have lost somebody burgled my house. So definitely I'm going to feel bad about it. But because I could not handle that situation positively, I go into depression. So that is the second loss, which is because of my lack of understanding. Because whatever he has done, the burglar has done, he has really freed me from my mistake. So if I have that attitude and real vision, understanding inside, I won't feel bad about, I will see positively that there were so many things he could have done, but he just got away with this much. So I am at least left with so much. Is my behavior driven by opinion? The opinions affect us first. So if I have positive opinion, I'll be positive. The true understanding and definition of freedom is when we are free from all kind of opinions. So bad people are nature's best cleaners, like how we talked about those burglars. How can I forgive myself? See, the process is, through retrospection, I observe myself where all I have gone wrong. So when I understand that here I went wrong, I accept it, I confess my mistake, I feel sorry for it, and I resolve I will never do it again. This is a very scientific process for cleansing ourselves. We first need to forgive others, because in any situation, if I am suffering, it got to be my fault. But I look at others at fault because he becomes party to my suffering. But truly, he is not at fault, because the one who suffers is truly at fault. Whatever happens is just and correct. So I will not try to investigate and waste my time because I am suffering. Truly speaking, who I am is nature of pure self. Let us understand, when I am who I am, it will be taken by Mr. Mehta. Let's go further. Another important aspect of life, art and science of communication, the holistic science has very well, nicely revealed all this about food and managing time and other things also, which will be taken. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak Mistry. He did a very good job in engaging us in that presentation. We're going to take, in the interest of time, we're going to cut down the question session to 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, just raise your hand and we'll bring a mic over, and we can have that discussion started.
Also, if anybody has finished it, please. Mic can
Yes, please.
Where's the...
Yes, please.
What
One
do
second.
you mean by wholesome living?
Wholesome living, what it means, people do workout. People do workout.
Yes.
They only build their muscles
Yes.
when their legs are weak. Can it happen? It can happen. People who just run, the legs are strong, but the upper part is weak. You understand? Wholesome living means perfection in every aspect of our life.
How do we achieve that then in every aspect?
Your inner decision is important. The moment you decide, and it happens, it opens our vision and understanding in that direction which was not open and we never thought about it. Just a moment, I'll give you an example. Everyone try to please their boss, but they don't take care of their employees, people who are working under them. And you know what is the holistic revelation for that? You take care of your subordinates, the boss will take care of you. Did you understand? But we try to please the boss because we feel that he's going to take care of me. No, if you take care of your subordinate, your boss will take care of you. This is a very great insight. Okay?
And that is, thank you so much for the answer. And the other question is to maintain harmony within body, mind and speech. Keep a perfect equilibrium within it and to achieve that. If a person achieves that, he becomes a perfect man. It's so difficult to achieve and keep a balance of the
Correct.
body, mind and
So if you tell it difficult, it will become very difficult. And you say, I want to do it, it will become easy.
No, saying is easy, and this holistic science is based on that. We have to keep our body-mind balance between body, mind, and speech. We try to achieve, but if a person achieves that, then he is a perfect man.
We have the living example, what was shown by Dr. Mehta, the two masters, the visionary masters, they are the living example. They were humans, they are human. And looking at their exemplary life, we get that motivation that we can also do it. What we lack is decision.
The effort. In your vision, in your thought that we lack that effort? Or
Not effort, I'm saying decision. The moment you decide, the efforts and all those things will take care of you.
Every day when we do this prayer or thing, we decide to keep a balance between all the body, mind and speech.
You don't try to keep balance because they are not in your hands, but the decision is in your hand. You understand? It will happen. To change, you don't move the wheels. You steer it and the wheels change their way.
I
You
think the
understand?
more detailed answer will come as other sessions are going to go.
Okay,
And we
next.
have the question answer session.
Okay, quickly.
Okay. So the time is.
If you have questions, please put your
We'll-
hand up.
we'll
I'll
keep
bring
it
a mic.
pending.
Speak in the mic.
Afterwards?
Thank you.
Okay, we can take it afterwards in the question and answer session, please.
So we do welcome all your questions. We just want to make sure you write them down. That way we don't forget you or you don't forget your question. And then just because of the interest of time, and that way we can always take your questions later on at the very end. And we'll have the entire panel to answer that as well. So if you need pen or paper, just let us know and we'll give it to you. That way you can write your questions down. Thank you.